Hello guys, welcome to my TechSet blog YouTube channel, and this is Suriji. In this video, we are going to build a typing game using JavaScript. At first, we need to create a directory in our desktop. So at first, create a directory. So we are going to name this as simple typing game, and then we need to open this folder with VS Code. Now we need to create three files. First one is index.html, then style.css and game.js. Then we can close this sidebar. Now inside our index.html file, create a HTML structure. So press tab, then in our title we can name this as simple typing game, and inside the body element we need to create a container. Then inside the container we need to have an heading, and the heading should be type simple typing game. Then we need header, and inside the header we need to show some controls to the user, like word per minute, character per minute, then error, how many errors user made, then the timer, and also accuracy. So before doing that, I need to create some more division element. First one, that is quote. Here we are going to show our quote element which they need to type. So here I'm just going to make it as click below the area to start the game. Okay, now we need to have a text area where user can start typing. So the class name, we're going to give it as input area, and we need to use some event handler, that is on focus. We need to start the game, so we need to call this function. Then on input, when user is trying to input some values, we need to call this function, that is process current input, and then we need to have a placeholder, and we can make it as start type here, and then we need to close this and save this file. And after the text area we need to have a button, that is restart button, and we're going to call it as restart. And inside the header, we need to create some more controls, that is WPM, and then header text. I'm just going to press WPM, and another is dot current WPM. Okay, now we can copy this and paste it 4 times, and it should be CPM. So CPM, and that is going to be errors, and then timer. This is going to be current time, and this one is accuracy. Okay, now we have, so far this is our HTML structure for our game. Now we need to open this with live server. So if you want to have this extension, you can click on this extension icon and you can search for live. Then you can have this live server and you can install it like this button. You can click on it and then you don't need to do any configuration. Then I'm just going to close this and view appearance, show sidebar. Now open with live server. So so far we have this thing. Now we need to include our CSS file. So link CSS style.css, and before the body tag we need to write skip source game.js. Okay, and for this I'm going to snap this to here, and then this one is going to be the on the right side. Okay, now save this file, and after that we need to style this presentation. So in our body we can define the font family Arial. This is our web safe font. You can use them for Windows or any other platform, because if you are using Linux, if your operating system doesn't have any Arial font family, then it will fall back to Helvetica. If it doesn't find the Helvetica, then it will load this default sans serif font. Okay, now we need to use background color, and that should be F8, F8, F8. Okay, then we have color, so we are going to make it as hash 333, and then we need to use text align center. Now save this file. We have this. Now we need to style our container, which is wrapping all the content. So container, we need to use our display flex, which is flex box design. So let's do it. Display flex, then flex direction column. So flex direction column, and we need to align these elements to center. So you can make it as align item center. Now save this file. We will have this element. Okay, now we need to style heading. So heading is going to be margin bottom 20 pixel, and font size, not font size is going to be 3 rem, and let's see, you can see we have this simple typing game, and then we need to have our all these element, that is WPM, CPM, errors, time. Okay, we need to go to our index.html file. So you can see we have this current WPM, so we can provide some default value like this one: current CPM 100, current WPM 100, current CPM 100, then current errors, let's make it as 0, current time, let's make it as 60 seconds, and then current accuracy is going to be 100%, and before the accuracy we are going to use percentage sign. So save this. So we have this. Okay, so in our style.css file we need to target all the element, that is CPM, WPM, then errors, accuracy, the timer. We need to target this, and then we need to specify some width. So width 70 pixel, height 60 pixel, uh, padding we're going to use 12 pixel, margin 10 pixel, make it as 8 pixel. So save this file. Now we have this. Okay, so we have another element, that is header. We're going to make it as also like this one. So paste it, and we just don't need this one. So save this file. So we will have this uh, division element aligned with center. Now we have this one, so we can specify the background color. So dark cyan. I'm going to use this random color code. You can use anything for your development. And I'm going to specify the color, which is white. So you can see we don't have this style. So let's check this. Oh, here we have this typo that's going to be errors. So save this file. So now right now we have this element. Now we can specify the border radius, or can specify this as 10%. Save this. So we have this one. Then we can use the box shadow RGBA 0 0.5, then 5 pixel, 8 pixel, 5 pixel. Save this file. So we will have this box shadow. Then we need to hide CPM and WPM. Okay, so CPM and WPM, the style should be display none. Then we need to style this element, that is, which is quote. So quote, and I'm going to make it as background color, which is white, and then sorry padding, I'm going to make it as like 25 pixel. Margin, let's make it as 12 pixel. Save this file. Okay, we have this background, and we can make the font size we're going to use like 1.5 rem. Let's see. Yeah, okay, we also need to target these errors. So this is going to be header text. So header text. So at first we need to make this text transform uppercase. Okay, and we need to have a font size, and we will decrease the font size to 0.6 rem, and then we will use font weight to 600. Save this file. We have this accuracy. Okay, now we need to target CPM text, or you can see current CPM, then current WPM, current errors, current time, current accuracy, and we need to specify the font size, that is 2.6 rem. Save this file. So we have this text. Now we need to also use the box shadow. So copy this. So we have this box shadow, and then we need to style this input area. input area, and that should be width 80%, then height 40 pixel, not 40 pixel, 80 pixel, then padding, and also we need to make this 1.5 rem. This is okay, and we can make the font weight also, font weight 600, like this one. So we have this padding, we're going to use like 15 pixel, margin 15 pixel, save this. So we have this, and we need to remove this border. So border none, outline none, then the font size 1.5 rem, save this file. And we need to also apply this box shadow in our input element, so you will get like this one. And we can also make the background something like background color. Let's make it as this, this one, and then we can change it also. So this one, let's save this file. Okay, now we need to have correct, not correct character, and the color would be light green, and then incorrect character color red, and then text decoration underline. And after that we need to style this restart button. So restart button, and we'll make this as display block, and then padding, we're going to use 10 pixel, or not padding block, padding 10 pixel. Okay, then font size, that is 1.5 im, see, like this one. And then background color, we're going to use dark cyan, and then border none, and we need to apply this box shadow to here, like this one, and make the cursor as pointer, like this. And we need to hide this button by default, so display none, and you can remove this. So this one, we have completed our style.css file. Now we need to go to our game.js file. Now inside our game.js file, at first we need to define our time. Okay, so define time limit. So let time limit and make it as 60. Then define a code variable, quotes array. So quotes const quotes array, and this one. And I'm going to search from here, that is quotes, popular quotes, Now we have this quotes array, and then we need to uh, select some HTML elements. So let wpm text document dot query selector, and that is going to be current wpm. Okay, and we need to copy paste. Okay, then we need to have cpm, and then error, then timer, and it is going to be time, and then accuracy, then wpm group, cpm group is going to be wpm, and this cpm, and then we need to get this element, that is quote. So quote, not quote text, quote, and then area input area, and we need to have a restart button. I think this is it. Now we need to define some initial variables. So define initial variables. So at first we need to have time left, and we need to use the time limit. So paste it, and then let time elapsed. So how much time we used when typing. So time elapsed is 0 right now, and then errors, let total errors 0, let errors is equal to 0, let current code, make it as blank, let code number is 0. Another thing we need is let timer equal to null, let character typed, you can make character typed is going to be 0, how many character has been typed, and then let accuracy 0. Okay, now if you remember, we have created this start game when someone focus their cursor to this input element. So we need to create this function. So const start game, and I am using ES6 features, which is const start game, and you can see I have used let, which is a declaration for this variable, and I have also used const, which means you cannot change the data type of this variable. Okay, so this thing, now we need to have the start game, which is a function, and then we need to call another function, that is update codes, and this function will render first code string to our code text. Okay, so create a function const update codes, and now we need to at first get the current code. So current code, and to get the current code we need to copy this, and we need to access this array, and then I have already used this port number which is 0 index, so paste it. Okay, now so we have this current code. Then we need to let's make a variable right here. So get the current code, separate. We need to separate our um, this characters, which is this I, then this one. Okay, so here you can see separate each characters and make them element so that we can style them. Okay, so current code dot split, we need to use this split inbuilt object method, and then we need another inbuilt object method, that is for each. Then we need to pass, here you can see we can pass two parameters. First one is the element and second one is the index. I mean to say the position of the position of the element inside the array. Okay, so I just need the character, and the second parameter is optional. So at first we need to create a span element. Okay, so create a span, and then so let character span document dot create element span. Okay, and now inside this character span we are going to uh, pass this character as a text content. Okay, now we need to append this to our quote text. So quote text dot append child this character span. And I also forgot to remove this text before rendering this quote text to here. So remove previous text. So quote text dot text content null. So we have this quote text dot append child character span. Now we need to increment our quote number. Okay, so how can we do that? We need to use a logic statement. So for this, roll over to the 0 index, or you can say first element. Now if quote number is less than our, so you can see whenever user types to this input element, if the user types all this text in this 1 minute time, then it will come back to the so first string. So we need to use this condition right here. So if quote number, so quote array dot length minus 1, then we will increase this quote number, else we will make this as 0. Okay, so we have these update codes right now, and now if I click on it, you can see we need to type this one. So after that we have another function. When user inputs their value to here, we need to process their current input. So copy this, and inside our game.js file we need to make const process current input. Now we need to use get current input. So let current input, so this one will be input area dot value. Okay, then let current input array. Now we need to split this again to separate all this text, all the text that like this one, this one, this one, and this one, and we need to separate them, and we need to create an array which is called current input array. So current input dot split this one, and before, and now we need to uh, increment typed characters. So here character typed plus plus, and then set the error to 0. Okay, so errors is going to be 0. Now we need to, now here you can see all we have is this span element. So we need to get this span element as an array. So how can I do that? Let character span array. Now we need to use query selector all in build object method in our code text. Code text dot query selector all, and we need to have this span element, and then we need to loop through the span elements. So current span character span array, then for each, here we need to use the index. So get the typed character. So let typed character, and then the correct we are going to use current input array and the index we are going to pass here. We have used this type character to compare, because if the user didn't type anything, so this means the user didn't typed. Okay, now here we need to make a comment here, that is character currently not typed. So if typed character equal to null, else if typed character character dot inner text. So we have this character means we have this span element, and inside the span element we have this character. Okay, so we are going to use inner text. Else, so here we can do something, that is we need to remove all the incorrect character and correct character class. So character dot class list dot remove, which is correct character, and then incorrect character, and then we need to copy paste character dot class list dot add correct character, and this is going to be add incorrect character and not incorrect correct character, and remove incorrect character class. and before this we need to make a comment: incorrect character, and then not incorrect character, this is going to be correct character, and this is incorrect character. Now copy this and then add incorrect and remove correct class. Okay, so we need to remove here and then add incorrect character, and then if it is incorrect character, then we are going to increment the error value, this one, increment errors. So after the for each, we need to show error. So update errors text. So errors text the text content total errors plus errors, and then calculate accuracy. So for this accuracy we need to create a variable that is correct characters typed character typed minus this one, total errors plus errors. Okay, and then we need to have let accuracy value math dot round correct character divided by typed character type, not character type, into 100. We're going to use this one, so make it as here, and it will get the value as percentage. You can see now. Update the accuracy text. So accuracy text dot text content, and this is going to be accuracy value. Now we need to check another thing, that is if current input dot length equal to current port dot length. So let me make a comment right here: if user typed all the text in port text irrespective to all the errors. Now if user types all the text in here, so we're going to uh, clear the value right here. Okay, and then we need to update our port, which is this one. So update next port. So update ports and clear the values. So input area dot value, this one, and we need to also need to use this total uh, increment total errors. So total errors plus equal to errors. So let's see if I type, okay, I think, oh, this one, I, selfish, important, impatient, and a little insecure. So we can also make this as monospace font, and this one also a monospace font. So in our code we can change the font family to this one, Courier new, Courier monospace, and also we can copy this inside our input area, paste it, so like this one. So refresh, am I selfish, impatient, and a little, okay. So we can see we have this error, or we have this accuracy, and if I type more wrong words, characters, it will decrease the accuracy and show all the errors. Now we need to uh, update our time, okay. So in our game.js file we need to create a function that is const update timer. Now we need to check if time left is greater than 0, then we are going to decrement time left. So time left minus minus, and we need to increment time elapsed. So time elapsed is going to be plus plus, and then we need to show our time to our this timer text. So timer text, the text content time left plus second, and then else finish game, okay, this one. And we need to pass this update timer. So first we need to clear our interval, so clear interval timer, and then create a timer variable. Not here, we need to initiate the timer variable and assign it with set interval, and then update timer with 1 second or 1000 millisecond value. So if I click on it, you can see the timer has been started. Now we can also now we need to work on this finish game. So const finish game. Now at first we need to uh, reset the timer. So clear interval timer, then disable the input area. So input area dot, you can use set attribute, or you can use display equal to, not display, no, it is going to be disabled equal to true. Show finishing text. So quote text, the text content, click on restart to start the game. and then we need to display our restart button. So display restart button. So restart button dot style dot display block, and now we need to calculate CPM and WPM. So let CPM math dot float, and we need to divide our character typed divided by time elapsed, and we're going to uh, multiply this with 60. So save this, and another thing we need to have, we can copy this and paste it, and we can use WPM, and then we're going to use divided, we're going to divide this character type by 5, because if you go to the Google and then type for formula to calculate WPM, so you can see, simply count all typed entries and divide by 5 to get the number of words typed. To give an example, if you typed 200 characters in 1 minute, your net WPM typing speed would be 200 characters divided by 5 divided by 1 minute. So we have this thing, and you can see there is a formula right here. Okay, so net WPM, gross WPM minus uncorrected errors divided by time per minute. So all typed entries divided by 5 minus uncorrected errors divided by time per minute. Okay, so I can close this, and we have this CPM and WPM. Now update CPM and WPM text. So CPM text dot text content, and this should be CPM, and then WPM text dot text content is going to be WPM. Okay, and then display WPM and CPM. So WPM group dot style dot display block, and we can copy this and paste, and we can make this a CPM group dot style dot display block. Sorry. So this is it. So you can see we have this WPM 71, CPM 359, error 0, time 0 second, accuracy this one. Now we can create call this, that is on click reset values, and we can save this, and after the finish game we can create const this one. Okay, now we need to copy these initial variables. so that we can reset it right here, and then we need to remove this let keyword, and we can remove this kind code. Now when the user clicks to the restart button, you can see we already disabled the input area. We need to enable this input area. So let's make a comment, enable the input area. So input area dot disabled equal to false. Now we need to if the user click on this restart button, okay, so we will show click on the input area to start the game. So I just need to go to our code element. You can copy this and then show code text. Okay, so code text dot text content, this one, and show code text right here. Update code text. You can make it as update code text, and then we need to reset our accuracy. So accuracy text, the text content going to be 100. Errors text, the text content we can reset to 0. Then timer text, the text content, and the text content should be time left plus s. Now we can then when the user clicks on this button, it will also hide this restart button. So restart button dot display style dot display equal to none. Then we can also hide this WPM and CPM. So we can copy this one, so we can make this as none. And we have another thing that we can fix it, because if you refresh it, if you click on it, you can see the timer starts, but I don't want to do that. If the user starts typing, then the timer will start. So how can we do that? Let's cut this. So input, at first we need to make a variable, let user typed equal to false. Okay, so after that the input area dot add event listener input. Then we need to check if user not typed, then we are going to use timer set interval this, and then user typed is going to be true. So let's test this. Now if I click on the start, timer stops, and then if I click on it, timer still not counting. Now okay, so you can see we have this a room without books is like, so we need to also, okay, you can change it right here, input area dot value. We're going to make this one. So let's go. I'm going to type this and I'm going to pause this video. Okay, now I'm going to click on this reset errors and click here and type. Okay, it's working fine. So we have learned how to make this typing game with JavaScript. If you like this video, then press the like button and share this video. So for future updates, you can subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching this video. See you next time.